Hey tubers, Bart coming at you with a real nice mail day. Pretty excited about this. Um, had a little PWCC payout not too long ago. Paid some bills, put some money off to the side, but saved some for myself and the hobby, and I put some of it to good use. So real happy with it. And I'm actually, instead of showing them off like this, I'm gonna switch the camera around and show them off so you get them in a little better detail. So let's check them out.
All right, so let's check out some cards. A couple of randoms. First up, Fleer Legends. I think that is. What is Fleer Legacy? My bad. Hall of Fame material, a die cut, and a jersey for like $5. So despite being the Raiders, it was too good to pass up. So snag that. Got a 3-card lot of Luis Garcia. Definitely wanted this one in there. The 86, I don't know what this is called, 86 Mega Chrome maybe. Great centering on this one, so if he makes some things happen this year, that will get a sub. Had 2 color ones with it too. These ones didn't quite work out. The Royal Blue Parallel. This one's off-center in all the directions. And it's got some love on corners already. And that's kind of my big beef with tops in general, is anytime you pick up damn near anything, but definitely like the hanger boxes and the rack packs and stuff like that, when they have these type of cards inserted, man, you could tell it just it was like somebody just threw it into the pack. You know, I mean, like they're always way more rough than all the other cards. It's not a smooth. If it's done by machine, it is not a smooth process. How they shove this one card into the mix of all the other regular base cards and stuff, and so they come out damaged way too much. And then I got one more rainbow foil. I thought this one was going to be pretty good, but mangled top corner there. I already picked up one of those other ones. So on the graded side, one modern here. I sent one of these in to get slabbed already, just under the wire before the price change. But there's still always a chance with a black card like this that you're going to get a 9. I definitely wanted a 10, and the price point of this one convinced me to just say, the hell with it, let me get it now. So happy to get a national and an all-star trophy there. One of 2 final cards that I needed for the Niners. Any vintage card, to be honest with you. It took me forever to finally pull the trigger on this one. I never, all of the years I've been doing the Niners, since 2013 doing high-end vintage Niners, could ever find a good deal on this. And it was not something I wanted to pick up with any type of speed, despite it being red. He's in the Wisconsin uniform. It doesn't say Niners on it, or there's no Niners logo or anything like that, but also a very interesting one to try to actually find, with the right listing, because that's Pat O'Donoghue is what they call him there. His name is actually, he went by Jim because it was James Patrick O'Donoghue. So I took my time, but it was an SP allegedly, but I never care for that in slabs because people have a higher propensity to send the SP versions in to get graded. And so if the population of the SP card is the same as the population of the regular card, I really don't care for them calling them SPs no more, because they're not any more rare or slabbed. But let's get into some vintage here. First up, well, I got some good cards to show you. Not all of them are high dollar. This one cost me 21 bucks. I'm living the dream on that one. Beautiful centered 62. Got some love to it for sure. Listed to like 29, and I was on the cusp so many times, and then that eBay seller sends you one of them things through the email. And for 21 bucks, when they're grading it, would cost me 20 bucks. Would I buy it raw for $1? Absolutely, and try to grade it because it's centered. So 21, done and done, and I didn't have to put no effort into it. Frank Robinson there. You saw me pick up a Roberto Clemente. Previously, I thought he needed some love with some fellow 56s next to him in display. I picked up an Ernie Banks. That one got refunded. Kind of a weird story there, and I need to go check into my eBay account there. But the dude actually called me. I don't know how he had my phone number, but I guess apparently that's listed on eBay somewhere. Or through PayPal, I guess. PayPal is actually probably where it's at. I didn't pick up the phone. He left a message. I listened to the message for a couple of seconds, and basically he had a 2.5 Ernie Banks from 56 and a 3. And he called me and said, hey, I sold one of them, and I pulled the wrong listing. I should have pulled the 2.5, but I pulled the 3. I still have the 3. Let me know what you want to work out. Like, yeah, I'm not doing that through the phone, through old Sketch McGee over there. So I just texted him back and said, refund, please. And he did refund me within about 5 minutes. So got my money back. That was a good deal on that 56 Ernie Banks, unfortunately. But did pick up a mini Minoso. Definitely wanted him in the collection. Really want his 52. I just think that one, just for some reason, it's just a beautiful card, but a tough one, and people are chasing that one for sure. Of course, because it's 52 and everything, but iconic player, you know, that needs to be memorialized for all of his efforts and stuff like that, and one of the original guys to cross over into the major leagues as an African American. So Orestes Minoso went by mini. Great looking card, and nice looking 5 there. Love 59s if you find the right ones with the good color. Ed Matthews. I only thought I was going to have one Ed Matthews ever in the collection. This is number 2. And the reason is because the vast majority of cards that he has, he is the dumbest looking dude ever. And it is just, they are hideous looking cards, especially when they just try to show his face. He's got some Cro-Magnon man going on typically. But this one looks great. Had I seen this version before I'd bought my 52 or 54, I might even have just bought this one instead of the 54, even though I like the 54 a good bit. But good color, great centering, got everything you need with the logos, not just on for the card there, but you can see enough on his uniform and everything. Got the bat, not the biggest of dudes, but still flexing on you a little bit there. I just thought it was a good looking card there. So happy to pick that one up, and it was very properly priced. It wasn't upgraded based on all the craziness going on in the hobby, which was nice to see. Another one that was pretty good deal and value for what you're getting there. 71 Gianni Bench, 4.5, black borders. You know, pretty small on this side, but sometimes all you get is a sliver of black. That's really what I've been seeing as the most common issue. That left to right sometimes is just epically bad, and you get like 90-10s. And so when I can get a 30-70 or something like that, and you can see the black all the way around, so it's not too glaring, and then the picture and everything else just looks fantastic. Good looking Gianni Bench. Real happy to add that one. And we'll progressively get a little better on the cards here. So 68 Steve Carlton. I have his rookie, but I just wanted something with a little bit more color, a little bit more vertical, and my 68s were a little slim, especially the non-vertical or non-horizontal ones. So this is only the second vertical 68 that I got graded, and it goes well right next to the Bob Gibson. So 2 Cardinals pictures there, but just beautiful color on that. Nice 7, nice centered. Great Cardinals logo there across the chest. What's not to like about that one? 62 Koufax in a 4. Good border, good coloring on the wood, and you can see in the 62s a lot of times you get some large degrees of variance in that border. This one is nice. You know, you can't see the ball or the glove or his hands or anything, but the beautiful Dodgers script, and you know, you can spot this is Sandy Koufax a mile away. So it overcomes the missing aspects there, which I typically look for. But I definitely, if it's a Dodgers card, want to specifically see that Dodger blue script. It's just something about it. Always like that on the cards. I'm loving this one here. 63 Willie, PSA 4. Great centering. 63s are really growing on me. Like a lot. And this one is helping the cause for sure. you know, banged up corner there, but it has zero loss of color down in those bottom corners. That yellow is true and pure, and great looking card. You know, it starts to after this, and he already doesn't look too young, but after these on the Willie Mays, it gets a little dicey whether I like the card or not, because he did not age well. And some of his cards, he looks pretty damn rough in, and old, but still looking strong here, and just icon. This is my guy kind of thing. I really like the Willie Mays. Hank Aaron's are more iconic to me as cards, but as far as a fan, Willie is more my guy. Another Willie here. Love me some 57s. I think that's a hair just on there. PSA 2. I thought maybe I'd get something a little bit higher, but this had everything I was looking for, and I saved a couple of bucks to get some other cards, right? So pretty well centered, not perfectly, but pretty well. Great bold color in the photo itself. It does have obviously a little crease. You know, you might even call it a tear, but probably a little crease. It does continue a little bit down through here, but that part's hard to tell. Fresh Lighthouse label. Just a beautiful card. Willie Mays. What's not to love there? Keeping with the 57s. That Willie Mays of 57 and this one, these were two of my bigger cards for my goals this year. So happy to, well, hell, the one after this is one of the other ones. So doing pretty well for my goals, because I didn't really set very high goals for this year. I was already trying to lay low a little bit. But 57, PSA 4, nicely centered. It does have a little bit of a tilt to it, so you can see this border a little bit smaller than that, but very easily overlooked to the collector's eye, right? Like that doesn't bother me in the least bit. You got all the goodness there with the giant logos. Just classic youthful Hank Aaron there. That's a good looking card, right? I mean, I'm gonna walk into my card room and see that across the room very quickly on a regular basis. Just that one's gonna pop out. Just super happy with this card. So that's probably like a forever type card there. And then last but not least, check it out. Finally got me one of these, a 68 Ryan rookie in a 2.5. Part of me is upset that I didn't long ago buy one of these things, but part of me realizes if I'd have bought a 4.5 or a 6, which is what I was looking at, depending on centering, that's always the range I was looking at this point, that card would be worth enough to the point where I'd really be thinking about selling it. And if I didn't sell it, I would at least feel guilty about putting a card that valuable up on a display out in the open. And that's one of the problems I always face. I wish so I only like cards of a certain value. And once they get too big, it's like, I'm not comfortable with it, being out. I really don't display a ton of 49ers because of that reason. Because I just got, at this point, they're so high valued and rare. But this one is just in that right price point where I won't feel too bad, but I'll be super excited to have it. Anytime I'm showing off the card room or something like that, this will be a great card to point out and say, yeah, I got one of those. And, maybe someday if one of the kids gets into collecting, this would be a great one to pass on and stuff too. So a well-loved, shoe boxes for days on this card for years, I'm sure, but well-loved in the corners, but nicely centered, and the photos are still popping with color. That Nolan Ryan in the 68, just super classic. So that's what I got for you. I am pretty happy with that mail day. Damn, those were a bunch of the cards I was looking to get this year. So I'm not real sure what the rest of my collecting goals are for the year. That is a first world problem to have for sure, but I have the need for the hunt at all times, so we'll figure something out, but I'm in a very content place right now with the hobby. So thanks for watching, guys. Happy pre-Friday, and enjoy the rest of your week, and have a good weekend later.